A stricken apartment block that had become a symbol of the destruction Russia brought to Kiev region in early 2022 is finally pulled down. 66 blocks of flats in Borodyanka need rebuilding or major repairs. But residents have so far been unimpressed with reconstruction efforts. A company hired by the municipality to fix the roof of Katerina's building left the job unfinished.
Look, you can see how it leaked.
The upper floors are now deemed uninhabitable. Meanwhile, another company fitted windows on all floors, the wrong size.
At first, they just left gaps open to the wind. It was terrible. What next, we thought? Then they filled it in with bricks. Words can't explain how it came to be this way.
There is an explanation, though: corruption. Over the summer, the online media Bihus Info revealed numerous cases across Kiev region of contracts awarded without proper tenders to bogus or non-specialized firms with links to local politicians.
They actually made the roof worse, yet the council then awarded the same company a contract for the full reconstruction of this building.
That, at least, didn't happen. After the Bihus Info reports, the reconstruction contract was transferred to another company. Prosecutors are investigating alleged embezzlement.
The work of journalists is very important, especially because people are often more inclined to tell journalists about certain problems than the authorities.
In the first months of the full-scale invasion, many journalists shied away from corruption stories, fearful for Ukraine's image. That's now changed.
Yes, there is a danger of creating the impression that there is corruption everywhere in Ukraine by having so much discussion about it. But what it really proves is that we have freedom of speech, that journalists have access to information and can publish that information. And our aim is to influence, for our reporters to have an impact on the way things are now.
That evening, Natalia and her colleague attend an award ceremony for investigative journalism, held at the palace former President Viktor Yanukovych abandoned in 2014.
Ukrainians rose up and got rid of his regime. And now, with the fugitive president built with the money he stole from us, belongs to the community.
Natalia gets a finalist certificate.
It's very nice to know our work is appreciated and to be here among the best.
Among the famous muckrakers at the party, Yuri Nikolov, who foiled one of the biggest corruption schemes of 2023, a military catering contract at triple the market price. A few days later, we travelled with him to the Carpathian Mountains, where he would be teaching at a week-long anti-corruption course.
We simply prevented them from paying those high prices.
The authorities' initial reaction was hostile, though, with Nikolov accused of undermining the war effort and the then Defense Minister, Alexei Reznikov.
In Russia, they jail anti-corruption activists, but we made a different civilizational choice.
Ultimately, this and other scandals led to Reznikov's dismissal. To Nikolov, the minister was undermining Ukraine's defenses, not the journalist.
150 million euros could have been stolen had they paid those inflated prices for the food. Just after I saw this contract, I was standing on my balcony wondering what to do about the risk of discrediting Ukraine. And then there was an attack on Kiev, and I saw a rocket get shot down. And I thought, I want us to have more air defenses. They cost money. And if money is being stolen, we won't get the rockets.
Corruption, he says, should not be an excuse for withdrawing support from Ukraine.
We've already cleaned up a lot of things, but Ukraine needs weapons, because if we come under occupation, I won't be able to fight corruption at all.
By most accounts, corruption overall has fallen during the war, but activists are calling for vigilance.
If and when we win, Ukraine will be awash with reconstruction money. It will be the biggest thing. The corruption Bihus.info reported on in Kiev region is real, but on a tiny scale compared to what might be coming.
Organised by NGOs, the anti-corruption course brought together regional activists and reporters from all over Ukraine. Much of the focus was on learning how to use the tools put in place over the past decade.
I really want you to realize the incredible access to information that we have in Ukraine, which is undoubtedly the result of civil society pressure after Yanukovych fled.
One of the students, though, didn't make it.
Dear participants in the school, I'm sorry I can't be with you. A few days ago, I was attacked.
Alexander Moroz had been reporting on his YouTube channel about a corruption scheme at his local utility company in Lubny, central Ukraine. Thugs ambushed him outside his home.
Once they'd beaten me and I was lying half conscious, they told me I talked too much.
Alexander sees the fight against corruption as part and parcel of the fight against Russia.
Of course, corruption has an impact, even just on the fighting ability of the average soldier in the trenches. He starts to wonder what he's fighting for. You know, if corruption continues to go unpunished, morale will hit rock bottom.
For that reason, Alexander is determined to keep his own morale high. He plans to resume his activities as soon as he's out of hospital.